Hello everyone. Let's continue part 2 of Properties of Matter. Matter, like ice, water, and air, you are made of matter. All living and non-living things are made of matter. Matter is anything that has mass and takes up space. Matter includes the foods you eat, the furniture you use, the sun, the moon, and even the computer or the phone that you are using to watch this video. All matter is made up of tiny parts. A large sand sculpture is made of matter. It takes up a lot of space. It has a large mass. But if you look at it closely, you will see that it is made up of tiny sand grains. A sand grain is also matter, but the sand grain has a smaller mass than the sand sculpture. It does not take up a lot of space. Elements. Elements are a basic kind of matter. They are the ingredients that make up all substances. Elements cannot be broken down into other substances. There are more than 100 elements. Each element has specific characteristics. Elements with similar characteristics can be grouped or classified together. Metals. Most elements are metals. Metals are good conductors of electricity and heat. They can be shaped into sheets or wires that can bend without breaking. Most metals, such as iron, are solids and have a gray color. Nonmetals and semimetals. Elements that do not conduct heat or electricity very well are called nonmetals. Some nonmetals, such as oxygen, are gases. Some, such as carbon, are solids. Semimetals are elements that are sometimes like metals and sometimes like nonmetals. Atoms. The smallest part of an element that still has the properties of the element is called an atom. Atoms are so small that they can be seen only with very special tools. All matter is made of atoms. The idea that everything is made of these small particles is known as the atomic theory. The atoms of each element are different. They do have something in common, though. They are all made of protons, neutrons, and electrons. The number of protons determines what element an atom will be. For example, a carbon atom always has 6 protons. No other element has atoms with 6 protons. Atoms can be connected to other atoms in different ways. The way atoms are connected affects the properties of an element. Graphite and diamonds are both made from carbon. Compounds. Most things around you are compounds. A compound is a type of matter made of two or more elements. A compound is not a mixture of elements. It is a new substance. It is different from its ingredients. The smallest particle of a compound that still has the properties of that compound is called a molecule. For example, the smallest particle of water is a water molecule. A water molecule is made up of 3 atoms. Other molecules, such as sugar, are made up of many atoms. Changing the atoms in a molecule would form a molecule of a different substance. For example, a water molecule always has 1 atom of oxygen and 2 atoms of hydrogen. Adding an extra oxygen atom would change the substance. It would no longer be water. Physical changes. Matter changes all the time. Some changes are physical changes. A physical change is a change in some properties of matter that does not form a different kind of matter. There are many kinds of physical changes. You can cut a piece of paper into smaller pieces. There has been a physical change in the paper. The cut pieces are smaller and do not have the same shape as the original sheet. You still have paper, though. Temperature can affect physical changes. Some physical changes cannot happen unless the temperature is right. For example, the temperature must rise above water's melting point for ice to become liquid water. Evaporation, melting, freezing, and condensation are all physical changes. Chemical changes. In a chemical change, one or more types of matter change into other types of matter with different properties. A chemical change might cause a release of heat and light, a change in color, or a new smell. Gas bubbles or a solid material may form. The process by which plants make food is a chemical change. Plants change water and carbon dioxide to sugar. Many chemical changes happen faster if the temperature rises. Just as higher temperatures can speed up a chemical change, lower temperatures can slow it down. Thank you very much for listening. This is the end of today's lesson.